Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is, come on. It is Tuesday, January 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 3 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 8 degrees with a high of 18 and a low of 3. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, conversation, maybe a little off-key singing. Oh, who knows? Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That's always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. We had 100 viewers the other day. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who will see this broadcast after the fact when I download it to my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Be sure to join my group because that's where we get these, what I call the duets. All right, that's pretty cool. Give me 2 seconds here to get my other monitor set up so I can easily read comments. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday to one and all. Okay. Hello, Belle. Hello, Sandy. Okay, give me a second. I need to look for something. Chat with each other for a few seconds. Oh, so I have a minor program change. Hold on a minute. Oh dear. Well, one of my pages has disappeared. Particularly the one that we're working on. I was doing some recording last night and moving around a lot of books. And it looks like my page disappeared with it. So, I'm going to go on to my second gnome picture until I can locate this first one. So if you haven't done it already, please print out these other two pages. Let me check one more area here. I think my page got shuffled in with my books. So take a second to do that. It's been a very awkward day, got very cold. Some of my pipes have frozen. So we have a minor change in the program. Hi, Taylor. Okay. So let's see who we've got in here. Taylor just popped in. Dana, welcome. Taylor, welcome. Of course, Belle, welcome. Crystal, welcome. Yeah, we got 6 inches of snow. Welcome to SMG. Welcome, Dana. All right. So guys, grab your picture. Dana, what you need to do is go into my group on Facebook. And do a search under the term New Duet, N-E-W-D-U-E-T. And this picture is there. So I'm going to switch over to this picture until I can locate my other one. I'm such a goof sometimes. But it gives us a fresh piece to work on. Oh my. See, I go out of my way for you guys. All right, everybody clear on where you can get this. So what I'm doing is every broadcast I do what I call a duet. These images are available in my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick on Facebook. You'll see a big posting where it says breaking news, and I'm giving away these 3 images. Maggie, could you help Dana? And 2 SMG. Okay, then the second image I'm going to be doing is from Worlds of Wonder. And we are working on the glass jar that's floating the little city in it, or the little mushrooms. Now, Maggie has such a unique name on Messenger that what you need to do is messenger her, Dana and 2 SMG, and she'll connect up with you. You'll find her very easily. Thank you so, so much, Maggie. So again, these images are available, not Johanna's, of course. These images are available in my group, Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Please coordinate with Maggie. Okay, so a little change up in plan here. We always need to be ready. I hope everybody's doing well. Hello, Linda. Dana and 2 SMG, please get on Messenger and connect with Maggie. Moggie Russell. Her name's right in front. Okay, Dana, good. I'll tell you, this cold weather has just messed up everything. Okay. So this is image number 2 of 3. This is out of my new release. It should be live by now. Valentine's Gnomes Jubilee. And I will be flipping through it in a little bit. I've got several other books I'll be flipping through. And that way you guys can decide if you like them. All right, so I'm going to start on his hat. So on grayscale, we're going to what? We're going to work with the light, medium, and dark. I will zoom in a second to show you exactly the blues I'm going to use. Let's see, we got to get a little bit darker here. I hope everybody's keeping warm. Take care of your pets, guys. And stay safe. All right. So let's talk about colors here. Oh, Crystal. Sorry to hear about your blizzard. We just got dumped on with all the snow. I took a picture. I put a ruler in. It dumped on top of my trash can, of course. Officially 5 inches of snow. All right. Now, when you do grayscale, you want a light, medium, and dark set of colors. So let me explain about that. I'll walk you through it. That looks like my medium. Hold on. No. All right. So there's the dark blue I'm going to be using. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see this. This is the medium blue I'm going to be using. And this is the light blue I'm going to be using. Now, when you color and you choose your colors, you want to pick out colors that are going to what I call bridge. And what that means is when you go to blend them, they blend seamlessly with each other. So there's my dark blending into my medium, and my medium blending into my light. And that's fundamentally how that works. Now, it doesn't matter which color you start on, which shade, the dark, the medium, or the light. Sometimes people will start with dark, put in their light, and then blend with the medium. There's no fixed rule. Now, if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I've got a great group. They'll answer or I'll answer. I've got a separate monitor set up so I can clearly see all the chat. So welcome, 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 guys. I'm so glad to have you here. So I'll be working on this first duet, and then I'll be working on Johanna Bosford. Okay. So I'm going to start with my dark. And I always put a paper towel underneath my hand. Maggie, thank you so much for picking up on this for us. Crystal, what exactly is going on with your weather? Linda, are the three amigos here? Yeah, Linda, I'm in the same position you are. No more snow, just frigid temperatures. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Wally. The three amigos. The Hirschenberger family always comes in and watches. Okay. So let's start working on our darkest areas with the darkest blue that we chose. Oh, go away from Wally and Michelle. I love it. Here's a wave back at you. All right. Now, don't pile drive your pencils into the paper. You always want to leave yourself room to adjust while you're coloring. And remember, we've got to blend this stuff. Let's see. There are two things here that you need to remember. Number one, don't pile drive your pencils into the paper. That means coloring heavily. What you want to do is once you put your color down, you just keep repeating your strokes with it until you get it where you want it to be. And number two, don't hurry. I'm going to try blow drying the pipes. And I had a trickle, but it wasn't enough. So if Walmart is delivering, I will order in some water, which I hate to do because of the plastic bottles. All right. Check out our darker colors. And we'll work that blue going around down our cap. So let me pull out. So how is everybody else holding up with this weather? What part of the country are you in and what's going on? And are you and hopefully you're safe? Notice how I'm teasing in the color. Maggie, were you able to connect with the people that needed to get the images? There's 3 of them, guys. I was feeling particularly generous with this book. Do I have an electric heater? You mean like a floor model heater, Linda? Okay, now I'm going to bring my darker color in. Yeah, I've got 2 of them actually. No one has sent anything and I could not find them. Okay, Maggie. Excuse me. Now, pay attention to the shading on this hat. I mean, obviously we have to, but we've got patches now of color and of shade. And we need to be reading those where we need to put our shades. It was so funny. One time I lost another image. It was the grayscale. I'd made a copy of it. So I took the copy and was working on it for a broadcast. Oh, it's cold, but you put 2 socks on the water faucet and a plastic bag on the one outside. Cross your fingers, it works. Yep. Hey, I can still flush my toilet. Okay. Now, as I always tell you when you're doing grayscale, don't go brain dead. And by that I mean, once I add my dark, medium, and light, I start playing around with the shading to my liking. And that's what's going to make your piece look really cool. This is not a fill in the blank, guys. Okay, so there's my dark. Yeah, Crystal, you picked a few books. You know, the other way that you can do it, if you wish, is to buy the best. Okay, I can send you. Oh, you don't have the printer, right? Okay, yeah. So yes, that would be the best way to do it. I can send PDFs. Okay, check out our medium colors here. Oh, you do have a printer. Okay. Crystal, I can send you PDFs. And what you can do is sign into Amazon US. And you can send a gift certificate, a gift card for the amounts. Just be careful that you don't get nailed with the exchange rate. I don't want you overpaying. And then the third option is to just go ahead and purchase them through Amazon Canada. Okay, check out how we put the medium here. Any questions, guys? Speak up, please. Now, when you're coloring, be sure to blend your edges. Yes, I do get what I'm due. Honestly, I would prefer the PDF purchase. Amazon takes quite quite a cut between the printing and their fees. So PDF works out really well. But Crystal, you're not on let me think how to do this. I believe I should be able to text the pictures to you. Okay, everybody sees how I'm working now on the medium. Oh, Dana, you found them. Excellent. Guys, just tease in this color. All right, check out how this blue now is coming together. Crystal, let's do this. I will send you a text with one of the images to make sure that you can get it okay. And then we can go from there and figure out payment. Thank you so much. All right, any questions about the way that I'm applying these colors? I've got my dark here in the darker gray. I'm putting in my medium right now. Now, as you're coloring, if you have areas that you want to change up your pencil, so I'm going to put my light in right now because I can see it real well. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. So in other words, when you're working with a color, you don't have to be exclusive to that color over all the areas that you're working. One PDF is $1.49, and if you buy 2 at a time, they're $1 each. All right, so now I'm coming back with my medium, and we'll get that blended in. Sandy, they're $7.99 for PDFs. Okay, now what's wrong with this picture, guys? Can you see it? Somebody tell me what the issue is. And the answer starts with a B. And the answer is blending. See how we have an abrupt stop right there on my darkest color? We need to blend that in. Thank you, Linda. And what's the definition of proper blending? When one color what? Seamlessly disappears into the next. At the moment, Sandy, I'm sending the separate pages. I just do it on Messenger. Actually, people tell me they prefer that. It's easier to handle them. All right, let me pull out so you can see how this is starting to look. Isn't that cool? And then this is where, now, let me pull back in. What's the issue here? We're not blended in. So I've got my darker lines where the folds are. This one's blended in. We're okay there. And now I'm going to blend in this dark fold. And what I'm doing is I'm smudging that line. That's what blending is. Okay. Medium color. Let me pop down here. Medium color on the brim. Oh man, this is so ridiculously cute. Oh, Dana, okay, printer problems. Well, Dana, you can stay put if you want to watch me color tonight. Just get another coloring project and work on that. And then when you get your printer working, you can, of course, replay the video. Okay, here's our light section. Yeah, Dana, people tell me that if they can't print for some reason or don't have a printer or whatever the case may be, they use this time to do their coloring. So they can color and learn at the same time. Okay, lightest blue. Notice that I'm back blending on my previous colors here. And I'm using this light blue like a blender pencil. Check it out. And don't forget to turn your pencil. Oh, this broadcast is a great time for people to color in the evening. Unless you're in Australia, and then it's early afternoon, about lunchtime. What time is it in Australia?
It's 12:49 p.m. in Canberra, Australia.
Yeah, so it's almost 1 p.m. in Australia. So to my Australian contingent, welcome. Sometimes Linda, for example, likes to crochet while she's watching me. Linda crochets blankets for hospitals. It's pretty neat. Okay, everybody see how cool this is starting to look now. Now, because of the way colored pencil works, it blends beautifully with itself. And notice how I'm blending over my previous colors and the shades are still holding. Now, obviously, you can overblend. When it looks good, stop blending. See how I'm obliterating this edge here? And don't forget to turn your pencil when you do that little lift, when you move around. That way it keeps your point intact. Isn't that beautiful? I'll pull out so you can get the whole experience with it. So let's go ahead and do our rim here. And look how nice and soft looking that is. Dana, you're going to hop off? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that's another thing, guys, if I'm talking to you. Oh, Dana, will you give me a like, please, on the broadcast? I would sure appreciate that, guys. Yeah, if I'm talking to you and you need to step away, just say BRB. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, this is so cute. There's what your piece should look like. And if you need to go back and blend a little bit, or add a little more oomph, that's what I'm doing with my dark and my medium. Any questions or comments? Okay. Let me get a little water here. And now I'm blending with my lightest pencil on this edge. And you can see how cool that's looking. Okay. Too cute. So just for fun, I'm going to hop over to her dress. Let's see. Oh, maybe I should stay on him. I'll stay on him. Now, his pants, I'm going to make the same color as his hat. His shirt's going to be red. Now, if you look carefully, you'll see a little bit of material just above that belt that's blue. Don't go too far with it. It's right here. We want a little bit of that blue to show up. And we'll get that loop as well. And then I'm going to come in with my dark on either side. Don't go too far with it, and don't hit the top of that belt. See, there's a little bit of crinkle in the belt. Can you guys see that? This little part right here is the belt. So we've got the blue just above that. And on the other side as well. And then I'm going to come back with my lightest pencil and we'll blend those edges in. And I'm also going to hit it with a little medium. There we go. And then my medium on my loop. And then we'll move down. Now we need to be careful here. I want you to grab a medium pink. And we're going to add let me show you the pink that I'm grabbing. I would say this is a high end of medium. Not super dark, but up there a little bit. So we're going to run that just on this edge. And then I'm going to come in with my dark pink. I'm sorry, dark blue, I misspoke. And we're going to go right underneath that area. Check it out. Can everybody else hear me okay? And while I've got the blue in my hand, I'm going to shade underneath my belt. This is my darkest blue. And then there's the belt defined. Sandy, does that answer your question? So we have the clothing, the belt right here with the holes, and then a little bit of the blue above that. Oh, you hit your mute button at the top of the screen. Good going, Crystal. Sounds like something I would do. And then I'm going to come back where I put that red. Sandy, did I answer your question? And I'm going to put a little bit of pink on top of that darker pink that I put on the hem. Sandy, did I answer your question? And then I'm going to come back with my medium blue. And then I'm going to come back with my light blue for the very top. Isn't that precious? And then I've got a little bit of belt buckle, or not, belt loop here. So we have a little bit of the pants up here. We have the belt right here, and then the cloth right here. And I'm going to just go back over my pink just a little bit. My darker pink. Any questions? We'll blend with my light blue right here. And let me pull out so you can see this. Too cute. All right, let's go do the other side of this pink stuff. So there's my pink, my darker pink. My lighter pink on top of that. And then my darkest blue, we'll go ahead and shade underneath that. So we're next to the shoe and we're right next to the pink that we just put in. Then my medium. And then my light. And check out how I'm using the light to blend everything in. Oh, this is so cute. Everybody with me on this? I'm going to pop over to the other knee here. There's my dark. Here's my medium. And my light. And yes, that's supposed to look a little spotty like that. All right, let me pull out. Pulling out. Too cute. Now, save those two pinks that you used, because we're going to be using it on other areas. All right, let's go ahead and get this other top part in. Here's our dark blue. Then my medium blue. Don't wipe out your pink. Don't you hate that when you're doing something like this and your hand jerks and you wipe it out? And then my light blue. And be sure you get a nice smooth blend. That is so important on clothing. I'm going to poke a little more light pink in here. Oh, I love it. I love it. So ridiculously cute. Check it out. Questions? Okay. Now, using the same light pink that I used on the clothing, I'm going to start up on the skin tone. You'll have to use your own discretion about doing that, because of course I can't tell what pink that you selected. But this is my lightest color to start my flesh, my light, medium, dark. Be sure that you leave a little light area underneath the eye. Don't go right up to the light part of the eye. Notice I'm coloring in teeny tiny circles. I'm going to use a little bit of a blender pencil just to make sure that's all smoothed out. Don't get carried away with it. And again, for you, it depends on how your pencil went down. And then I'm going to come in with a medium flesh tone. Notice how I'm emphasizing the cheeks. All right, back to my medium. Now what we're doing here is we're shading. So that means, for example, underneath the eye, see how I'm doing that? And then our area around the nose. You know how I do the area always from the nose, the edge of the nose up to the corner of the eye. And what that does is that emphasizes the nose better. See it? And then we'll do that on the other side. And our cheek area. And be sure that you're blended in. No abrupt changes, right? So we'll go on top of the eye there. And we'll emphasize the front of the nose. Any questions? Not hard. Now, I'm making these faces particularly pinkish. On purpose. And then I'm going to take my cinnamon color. This is a Faber-Castell color. It happens to be, it's literally called cinnamon. It's $1.89 if you have Faber-Castell. Let me show you the color here. Here, let me get on a lighter piece here. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to shadow around the outside. And that's going to start to give us our depth, dimension, detail. Oh, how cute is that? And notice when I put this darker color right in that little groove there, that really pulls out the dimension of the face. It makes it look puffier, for lack of a better word. Maggie, how are you doing? Sandy? And then I'm going to take a little bit of ivory and lighten up on the top of the nose. A little on the top of our cheeks. And I'm going to come back with my cinnamon here. Maggie, you're okay? Sandy, you're watching. Okay. We need to do our cinnamon around our nose. And look how that ivory really brings out that face when I highlight these areas. So on top of the nose, on top of the cheek. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to highlight the cheeks a little bit more. So I'm going to use an orange. And look how cute and jolly that makes our gnome look. Remember how I always tell you the pink and orange work together beautifully? And then I'm going to brighten up the other cheek. Check it out. Oh, so cute. Guys, I hope you're enjoying doing this as much as I am. And I'm just going to blend that edge of that orange. I'm just going to soften it up with my pink. Blending, 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 rawhide. Oh, adorable. Questions, comments. Not hard. I'm just blending my edges a little more. Yeah, his face does look great. I'm real happy with it. All right, let me grab something real quick. Oh. Yes, Sandy, this book is all grayscale. Okay. Time to move on. I hope you're enjoying this picture. I'm having a ball with it. But I sure would like to know what happened to my other one. Oh. I think this is the first time I've misplaced an image that I've been working on. Okay, Worlds of Wonder. Johanna Bosford, who, by the way, if you didn't know, is a member of our group. That's always fun to know. But then again, I'm a member of her group, so it works out. Okay, so I'm going to start working on this cord to the fish. And keeping in mind that we're going to be doing the goldfish and golds, I'm going to go ahead and work with a really nice red on this cord. Now I'm having problems with the paper. As you can see, I'm about to remedy that. What's basically happening, I don't know why, is the layer of this paper is it's just coming up. It's weird. And it's just happening in that one spot. Now, the reason that I'm using this red is because I've got the red and oranges in my jar. So I'm carrying that theme outward towards the goldfish. Now that red looks really cool. It will. But I'm going to show you how to deal with an issue like what I'm having on this paper. Let me turn the book here. Get my paper towel. Get in our little area here where the book spine is. And I'll go out about that far with it for the moment. I'll go further with it. I think you guys will like the fix that I'm going to be using on that jar. The main thing is when you have something like that happen, you just got to work with it. And that will help you grow as an artist, coloring artist. Again, don't forget to turn your pencil. Oh, that looks really cool. Let me pull out. So check out how the red carries through and it pulls the color theme from the jar up to our goldfish. I think I'm going to continue with the theme on the harness. Hey Maggie, what's the name of that art supply store? Dick Blick is one of them. I can't think of, and I've used them, but I can't remember the name. Oh, is it Mr. Art? I think I just remembered it. They have really good prices on things. Belle, good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Mr. Art and Blix. Yeah, that's it. It is Mr. Art. It just came to mind. Good night, Belle. Thanks again for, like I said, for stopping by. Sleep well. Keep warm. Okay, let's get the last part of this harness in, and then I'll go back and show you how I'm going to fix that rough area. Okay. Okay, let me pull out. Now, check out how I've carried this red seam from over here all the way over to our goldfish. And that's important because you want that continuity when you're coloring. All right. Now, let me show you how I'm going to take care of this messed up area. I have these little wooden bees and ladybugs. I've got butterflies. I've got starfish. And I've got little bows. I like these little gingham bows. Isn't that cute? Okay. So, when you have a bad area like this where something happens and you need to fix it, you cover it up. All right, let's get this open. So, I'm going to take a bow that'll cover up this part of it. . Yeah, Sandy, you've ordered from Blick? Yeah. And then I'm going to take a ladybug. And that will help cover it as well. So that needs to go about there. Let me grab my glue. I like this Elmer's washable gel. It sticks beautifully. So I'm going to put that about there. Let's see what size I need to go with here. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with this bigger one here. Now, even though these have adhesives on the back, you still need to use your glue. Let's see which way I need to turn this to get the maximum coverage. Yep. Give me a minute here. Going up. All right. Let me get my glue. Okay, Maggie, thank you. I'm going to angle that just a little bit. Now I still have a little bit of an oopsie on the page. But I think I can clean that up pretty much with my pencil. Now let me look at one more thing here. Yeah, I've got a teeny tiny buglet here, and I want to balance this out a little bit. So I'm going to put one over here on the other side on the leaves, and that way this looks balanced and normal. So moral of this story, there is a fix to oopsies. Just be sure to change the direction of your buglet on this side. So that it doesn't look exactly the same as the one that you did on the right. All right, we were able to squirm out of this little problem here. Let me just pop a little more glue on here. I think we're in pretty good shape, and nobody is none the wiser except you guys. Thank you, Crystal. I'm glad you liked the solution. All right. Let me take a second to put this stuff away. Now, I have, like I said, these little starfish. I will be making use of those later on. And we'll have fun with those. Okay. Problem solved. Now, I want to start working on these bottom. I'm done with the jar, basically. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't put my butterflies away. Hold on. And let me pull out so you can see the whole effect here. I actually was thinking about using one of these butterflies, but that would have completely covered up the bow. And I really didn't want to do that. It was too cute on the image. I'm happy with it. Okay. Let's start working on some greenery here. I'm going to use an olive green on my little long thingies here. Now, you know I'm not just going to leave it at that one color. We'll do our shading and our shadowing. And the thing is, when you're doing this greenery, you want to do something that looks aquatic. So you don't want to really use normal greens like we did in the jar. you want to use these lighter, I don't want to say off color, well, they're kind of off color greens. You know, think about kelp, seaweed. So hopefully when you see these, it makes you think of kelp and seaweed. Oh, let's see what we got here. Now I'm going to put some oranges with this. I need to move my camera just a little bit. So these little tall things here, I'm going to work those in pinks and oranges. So here's my orange. And then I'm going to shade it in pink. But not like that. And it's really neat because it creates kind of a salmon color. Let me come in a little further. And I want you to notice that as I'm adding my pink, I'm leaving little gaps for the pure orange to show through. So I'm not completely covering that. So there's another little technique there for you to think about. All right, let's pop over here. And I want to show you how this pink and orange are going to work together here. So let me start, or not the pink and the orange, excuse me. The orange, pink, orange, and the green. Let me make sure I'm close enough here. So guys, what are you coloring while I'm doing this? Maggie, you're watching. Crystal, you're on a Pirate Girl. All right. Now remember, things are going to look a little wonky when you have your initial colors on. Siblesk, hello. Hello, Brittany. Siblesk, glad to have you here. Okay, now we've got two leafy things that look a little different. But for the sake of harmony, I'm going to go ahead and color them the same. And for anybody just popping in, this is Worlds of Wonder by Johanna Bosford. We've been playing around with the jar. And now I'm starting to work on the leafy stuff. Okay. So now we've got our long willowy thingies here. Back to my orange. Let me get these ones in the middle here. Oh, let's see. All right, we'll color that as part of this. Now remember, I'm not done with my greens yet. I've just got my base colors in. And then we've got some of these windy thingies here. Okay. And then over to the right, I've got some more of our green with a little windy thing in between. Maggie, are you having any problems with headaches with this weather change? Okay. And then I'm going to, not so far, I did a little last week, but all is good this week. Good. Have you tried that Vicks Vapor Rub stuff? Okay, so now we're going to put our pink with our orange. Again, notice that I'm not obliterating my orange. Look how pretty that is. And notice now how these two colors together are giving us a really nice dimension. Okay, now I'm going to slide over to the other side of the page. I've got my colors in hand, so I'm going to continue with this. And I want you to notice that I'm coloring each individual leaf rather than doing any broad strokes on it. It helps you keep everything nice and uniform. Okay. And after I do this cluster, I will pull out and you can start to see how this is all coming together. All right, 4 degrees outside. I've got some prescriptions coming up that need to be refilled. That's going to be interesting. You warmed up to 22. The low tonight is 14. All right. Okay, now we're running into our little individual snaky things. So orange base on those. Let's get over these 3 here. So Brittany, your cat is sleeping in your loft bed with a little blanket on him to keep him warmer since it's cold down here in Georgia. Brittany, what are your colors running? Or your temperatures running in Georgia? Okay, let me pull out and show you where I am on all this. You can see how this is starting to come together. And again, the neat thing with aquatic plants, you can go with some really interesting colors. Okay. Now, what I want you to notice, I don't know if any of you picked up on it, but this orange and this pink, where else do I have oranges and pinks on this coloring piece? Brittany, 19 degrees. You're a lot warmer than I am. Right now I'm at 4. Guys, where else do you notice oranges and pinks? All right. And the answer is in the jar. Sandy, you're 12 degrees. So I want you to notice that I'm mirroring some of the colors in the jar down here in the aquatic plants. I obviously missed a couple of these green leaves. The pink bow and the orange on the cap. Yeah, exactly, Brittany. So what I'm doing here, as I mentioned, I'm pulling some of the colors from the jar and down into the plants. And that's what's going to make us look cohesive. These are the types of things I want you to think about. And I am going to sneeze. Okay, I'm healthy. 3 sneezes. That's my norm. Okay, Vicky, out. I'm going out. All right. Thank you, Crystal. So, streaking the pink here. Thank you, Linda. Now, notice I'm not being random with the pink. I'm tending to go on the outside edge. And I'm still leaving a lot of that orange showing up. Okay. We are making progress. We are. All right, let's start with our green. Now, as I said, I'll be doing more with these green thingies, this kelp stuff. And people will ask me why I go across like this rather than just completing each segment at the time. So in other words, instead of doing all my green base on my kelp all the way across, why not just go ahead and finish up each individual leaf with the second color? The reason that I do that is that it gives me a visual across the whole thing. And that helps me decide my secondary colors. Does that make sense? Come on, Vicky. Come. Come on. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Go on. Go on. Up. Get in your bed. Yes, she has a bed in my studio. So by mapping out, for example, all my green kelp here, I can then go back and decide on the layout of the rest of my colors. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. So for lack of a better word, I'll call this mapping. And since this is a 2-page spread, it really helps. Oop, as I bump the camera. Okay. Back to my little twiny things. And this is where it gets really important to keep turning your pencil when you do that lift. It helps keep your point. And obviously when I'm doing something as narrow as this, that gets really important. Guys, what do you think of this yellow and yellow? This orange and this pink. Do you like it or not your cup of tea? No offense taken. Okay. Crystal, you like the orange and pink combos? Okay. Okay, so there's my orange. Let's top it off with the pink. All right, and let's continue this combo up here. Now, I want you to notice something. See where these cross? So when you're coloring that, don't just cross over that black. You want that black to stay intact where the two pieces are crossing. Some people would just go ahead and do the whole thing. And these are the details that are going to make your pieces look really cool. You keep your lines intact, it gives it a nice sharp look. Okay. Wait until you see this. I think you're going to like it. All right, I think I got everything. Let me pull out. Now, you know that I like to get super close to show you what the heck I'm doing. So it may look a little rough close up, but when you look at the whole thing like this, it really comes together. All right. Can you guys see all of this? And again, I haven't shaded my olive green yet. I think it's turning out beautifully. All right. I just noticed a little plant here that I missed with my green. There we go. Well, I've got 5 minutes left. So I'm going to grab my second green here and give you a taste for what I'm going to be doing with the rest of it. So this is called this is a Brut Funner. It's called Grasshopper Green. So I'm mixing the olive green and the grasshopper green. What was this other pencil called? This was an olive yellow. Shuttle art. All right, so let's start playing with this. And we can do this. I'm doing this a couple of ways. Sandy, good night. I'm on for 3 more minutes. I can do half of this, which makes it look cool. And then blend it out to the other half. The other side. I can also do a edge blending, edge shading. And blend it inward. And by doing it these different ways, it gives us our different looks, right? Give me a couple minutes here. All I really want you to see how this clump is being done. Now on this one, I'm going ahead and shading the lines that were drawn in, these little dots. And this one, I'm doing the center and getting lighter and lighter as I go outward. By the way, guys, will you please do me a favor and give me a thumbs up if you haven't done it yet. All right, let me catch these last two, then I'll pull out, and then we can wrap up. Almost done. This one, I'm basically going to color it all in the darker, or shade it all in the darker green. So check out how cool this looks by doing the plants different ways. Everybody's used to doing them all the same, and I sure didn't want to do that. Okay, let me pull out. I'm wrapping up right now. Linda's ride is ready to go. Hey, Wally. There you go. Check it out. And as you can see, this is coming together beautifully. Again, looks a little wonky. We don't have all our, colors in. That's why I keep telling you till I'm blue in the face. Quit judging your pieces. Don't judge them even when you're done. You don't want any negative critiques. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. We're working on Worlds of Wonder, Johanna Bosford. Obviously, the picture with the fish in the harness. And we're working on our gnome couple. That book should be available now. Valentine's Gnomes Jubilee. It's funny, when Amazon approves them, it still takes a little while for them to show up in the feed. All right, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. As I said, joyous, joyous coloring. Love on each other. Check on each other, please, in this weather. It's brutal. It really is. All right, guys. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. Also, please share this broadcast. That would be appreciated. All right. Till tomorrow night, then. Bye.